Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel, and this short video we're going to discuss events that took place during the previous 12 hours. The Russian sources are saying that during the previous night of the local time, the Ukrainian forces made another attempt to attack Crimea using drones. And as a result of that attack, the Ukrainians managed to destroy fuel depot on the south of Crimea in Sevastopol. So let's zoom in. This is the fuel depot. This is a very large facility. And the Russians are saying that the fire covered 1,000 square meters of this territory. Furthermore, the disposition of this fuel facility tells us that Russians were using these fuel facilities to support their naval forces. So, as we understand, that was a very big damage for the Russian naval forces. Now let's go to move to Bakhmut. More updates are coming from this town. If we take a look at the Russian sources map, we see that they show us two icons showing some kind of advances of the Russian forces on the northern part of western part of Bakhmut and in the eastern and central part of the western part of Bakhmut. If we take a look at the deployment Russian map, we see that the Russians reached the outskirts or the street, the Tchaikovsky street, and they reached the final last fortification in the western part of Bakhmut. I have already updated the Western sources map for better understanding of the situation in Bakhmut. So this is the current situation. As we can see, the Russians are reducing the gray zone and the territory between the red cloud and the final western fortification, this one. I don't think that we are going to see real clashes for the western part of Bakhmut because it's a real trap for the Ukrainians. I suppose that soon they will take a decision to step back. And recently we've started seeing the pictures and the evidence of this decision, that Ukrainians took a decision to step back from Bakhmut. If we take a look at the Russian sources map one more time, for example, we can find another icon in the northern part of the western Bakhmut showing us the explosion of the house. So during the retreat process, the Ukrainians took a decision to destroy this building. Another interesting fact is coming from the south part of western part of Bakhmut. As a result of fierce clashes, fightings during the previous week, the Ukrainians destroyed and exploded this building, this one. And the Russians are saying that they call this piece of news with the Ukrainians, while stepping back, took a decision to destroy one of the most powerful fortification on their side. But if we take a look at this map, if we take a look at this building, you will see that this building watches and looks not on the Russian side of this front line. This building is located on the Ukrainian side of the front line, and if you take position in this building, you won't be able to see the Russian positions in the red line. Mainly you're gonna see the Ukrainian position that located on the west from this building. So that means that Ukrainians, and the position of this building is perfect, as you can see. So from this building you are able to see the supply roads that goes between western part of Bakhmut and Ivanovsk and Chasiv Yar. Furthermore, from this building you are able to see the Ivanovskaya itself. So from this perspective, I see that Ukrainians destroyed this building not as the main fortification in this area, but as the best position for controlling the Ukrainian forces from this side. So that means that Ukrainians now currently take a decision to reduce the Russians' possibilities. They understand that soon the Russians are going to capture the entire Bakhmut, and now they think how to reduce their possibilities in this town, and the only solution they have is to destroy fortifications along the border of the western part of Bakhmut. So that was the first building. I expect that during the next days or even today, the Ukrainians will start destroying this fortification and will start destroying and reduce this area to ruins, because they don't have any other options. They understand if the Russians are able to capture this fortification, then the Ukrainians will not have any chances to return back Bakhmut or to do any counter-offensive operation in this area, because from this perspective, this is the perfect position to defend Bakhmut from any counter-offensive operation from Chasiv Yar and Krasne, or the, let's say, Khromovo or something like this. So I expect that Ukrainians will start destroying, and this is going to be a final sign of the situation that Ukrainians took a decision to completely evacuate and to leave Bakhmut. Currently, there are no explosions in this area, but one more time, I expect that we're going to see them today or tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And that's it for this short video. Military Summary channel reminds you to condemn any violence in Ukraine. Thank you for your watching, subscribe to my channel, put your likes, join my Patreon, and have a good day. Bye bye.